What do you think, these young product managers have in them, which older generations have a hard way to learn?
In general, Gen Zs have more exposure to a lot of things by the virtue of like the generation that we are born into. उन्हें काम करना है, but they don't want people to micromanage them. Most Gen Zs are doing 2 to 3 jobs at once.
What if you're working for an organization? Can you still do moonlighting?
If something is not legally or ethically wrong, then it should be doable. Having more than a career, like more than one career, actually helps you grow and makes you more diverse. कि user से बात करके you get some clarity 100%, but data के बिना you can't go anywhere.
What kind of things that you're collecting with जो आपको ये thoughts दे रहे हैं कि let me get into this thought leadership on being a product manager?
That LinkedIn is something that is a gold mine, honestly.
One metric that you trust the most as a product manager?
Burnout is not a sign of success.
What is Gen Z's strength? So every generation enters the workplace with its own questions. Millennial asked for growth. Gen Z is asking for meaning, autonomy, and impact, often all at once. Welcome to the Collaborative Canvas. Today's conversation sits at a fascinating intersection between product thinking, generational shifts, and the changing relationship we have with the work itself. My guest today is Snigdha Sharma, a 26-year-old product manager working across AI, data, and consumer products. But this episode isn't about age as a number. It's about how early exposure, faster learning cycles, and a more open world are shaping a very different kind of a product leader these days. Snigdha has worked across consulting, cosmetics, and data platforms, building user-centric products while blending engineering, analytics, and empathy. And like many other Gen Zs, she represents a generation that's comfortable questioning old definition of the loyalty, openly discussing moonlighting and measuring success beyond just titles. So in this episode, we have a lot to explore, of which I will have one millennial question to a Gen Z at the end of the episode. So tune in if you're either of them, and I'd love to hear from you on the comments below as to what's your opinion on that. And let's begin. Welcome, Snigdha.
Hi, thank you so much.
So for people to know, who's Snigdha?
So I'm Snigdha. I'm an associate product manager right now, and I have worked across consulting, analytics, product, and like in general, my career has been in the tech side. I've always been like a student who's been fascinated by science and technology. So that's 100% my forte. But then while growing up, I was also fascinated by the business side to get to know how businesses work, how products work in general. So you can say I'm someone who works at the intersection of tech and business.
Which gives me to the first question in itself. Ki at the age of 26, you're very enthusiastic about doing almost everything, being a product manager as well. Or product managers, specifically Gen Zs, they have a different learning style altogether. The way millennials or the older generations have hard way in its own way, they've learned it. आप लोगों ने बिल्कुल इसको अलग तरीके से देखा हुआ है. You don't talk about roles, you talk about impact, as what I mentioned. So tell me something. What do you think these young product managers have in them, which older generations have a hard way to learn, and they're learning it very fast? Is it because of the internet era that we were into the transition phase where you born with the internet, or is it something else?
So I would like to say that firstly, it was definitely how we grew up. We grew up with cell phones. Like, मेरे पास cell phone था जब मैं 9 या 10 years की थी. I started like exploring apps, browsing through the phones and like exploring products in general at a very young age. And then in general, Gen Zs have more exposure to a lot of things by the virtue of like the generation that we are born into. And also एक ये भी चीज़ थी that we saw what was happening with the millennials in terms of work. So I know a lot of people who were like, given that, okay, this is your responsibility and you need to do this. And people were doing this, but then still उतना impact नहीं आ रहा था in their personal growth also, or maybe, for whoever they were working for. So they were very like role focused, or like what they need to do or what they need to like fulfill in terms of duty or the role that they were given. But then now I feel like we were always like, we grew up seeing that. So once we like were exposed to like the actual work culture ourselves, हमारे दिमाग में बहुत पहले से clear हो गया था that if we are not doing something impactful, why are we doing it at all? मतलब एक ऐसा चीज है like Gen Z के अंदर which I think can be like two ends of the spectrum, कि it can be too good and or like too bad also, I feel. क्योंकि you know like a lot of people say that इसका अभी कुछ नहीं हो रहा, so some people like obviously refrain too soon and then you know they say कि अभी workout नहीं कर रहा है या फिर कुछ impact नहीं कर रहा, तो then they don't like work on the product or like you know whatever they're working on too early also. But then it can go on the extreme end also, right? कि जैसे कि when they're only working to achieve something or some outcome, they go crazy for it. मतलब अगर if हमारे दिमाग में आ गया कि ये करना है, तो फिर हमें कोई बोलने वाला वो नहीं है कि मतलब इसको करो, तो फिर हम 16 घंटे भी लग के खुद कर लेंगे. बट देन हमें वो वाई पता होना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड लाइक व्हाट इट इज लाइक यू नो वो इम्पैक्ट क्या ड्रॉ कर रहा है एज कम्पेयर टू द प्रीवियस जनरेशन. सो आई फील लाइक अ जेन ज़ी हु इज एट अ एंट्री लेवल ऑल्सो इन अ फर्म वुड वांट कि उसके काम का कोई इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है, ऐसे नहीं कि उनके काम
बट ये
का
माइंडसेट कहाँ से आ रहा है? आप भी तो कहीं से सीख ही रहे हो ना?
या सो आई फील लाइक मोर देन कॉन्शियस ये बहुत सबकॉन्शियस लाइक एक ड्राइव हो रहा है, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया कि बिकॉज वी सॉ दैट अर्लियर ऐसा नहीं हो रहा था, लाइक यू नो मे बी सो व्हेन वी वर हियरिंग फ्रॉम पीपल अबाउट देयर वर्क एक्सपीरियंसेस, अबाउट व्हाट दे वर डूइंग इन देयर ऑफिसेज फॉर देयर करियर्स, तो उस टाइम पे मे बी नहीं हो रहा था. सो एक ऐसा होता है ना कि जैसे आप किसी चीज पे बाउंड्री लगा दो तो लाइक पीपल आर लाइक they can rebel to it, right? They want to do something opposite. So I think subconsciously Gen Z are working towards it more than consciously, I would say. Obviously, like after some point when you start seeing patterns, you take conscious decisions कि oh हम ये कर रहे हैं because like you know maybe impact पड़ रहा है and then you start like you know growing in that area. But then उससे पहले like for example अगर मैं fresher हूँ तो मुझे तो नहीं पता अभी कि मैं कैसा काम कर सकती हूँ ऑफिस के अंदर, right? So उस टाइम पर I will only do what is natural to me. But naturally ही ये drive आ रहा है I think because we were exposed to so much stuff like in comparison to what millennials were exposed to. Like we were literally born with the internet, like 2000 में ही it said that internet was born and even like Gen Zs were like growing up at that time. So it was like a lot of information exposure, unwanted definitely. It wasn't something that we were doing consciously. हमारे ऊपर आ ही रहा था, but that is normal to us is what I am saying, and maybe that drives it.
What we're trying to do here is basically we're decoding a Gen Z mindset. Snigdha is a product manager and she worked across different industries. So we wanted to understand कि जो एक other generation specifically, the way they used to work and the way you guys are working, there's definitely a shift of mindset. And the 2 points that you mentioned कि एक वो zeal चाहिए कि यार the why behind why you're doing it. And secondly, you've been exposed to very unwanted or not so unwanted, but still exposed to a lot of information at the same time, which millennial को नहीं मिली थी. But considering कि you work in a corporate environment and you've worked outside of India as well. So
Yes.
you've seen two sides of the people and two sides of the business and the two sides of the operations overall. As a Gen Z, you worked with, of course, within your organization with a lot of millennials and other generations as well. And they have a set pattern of doing certain things. And you guys have broken that notion कि यार नहीं इस pattern में काम नहीं करना है.
Yeah.
Why?
I feel that Gen Z in general has become very open and like vocal about what their opinions are, what they feel like doing, and what they want to do. So I feel that's why constraining them will only do like more harm than good.
तो आप अभी भी यही कह रहे हैं कि अगर हम उन्हें बांध के रखेंगे तो वो फटेंगे.
हाँ जी, exactly.
तो वो तो फिर मिलेनियल्स के साथ भी था, वो तो फिर और भी जेन के हमें आजादी तो तभी मिली ना जब हमें बांध के रखा गया था.
नहीं बट देन आप लोग फिर भी काम कर रहे थे. आजकल ऐसा है कि जैसे कि एक तो जेन ज़ी के साथ ये भी है कि उन्हें काम करना है बट दे डोंट वांट पीपल टू माइक्रो मैनेज देम कि आप मुझे बताओ कि जैसे कि इफ समथिंग नीड्स टू गेट डिलीवर्ड देन the focus either should be outcome or the process. It can't be both for Gen Z. So earlier ऐसा होता था कि people were obviously tagged for the like the process of what you're doing like on a weekly basis and also the result. But for Gen Z it's like either you should like care enough for the process or for the impact. It's on you. So and mostly it's for the impact because उनका सबका way different है अब काम करने का. कुछ लोग हैं जो same काम 4 घंटे में कर ले जा रहे हैं. कुछ लोग हैं जो रात को करना चाहते हैं. And also it also comes from the fact that most Gen Zs are not only doing one job. Most Gen Zs are doing 2 to 3 jobs at once. So अभी आपने एक मुझे कोई काम दिया करने के लिए. So then if you tell me that you have to do this work in X amount of time and in like this much amount of hours, अब उस टाइम पे मेरा कोई और काम इम्पोर्टेंट है जो मैं कर रही हूँ, सो आई कांट डू इट, राइट. सो मैं वो प्रोसेस आपको वैसे ही डिलीवर नहीं कर सकती, बट मैं आपको रिजल्ट दे दूंगी. आप मुझे बोलो मुझे ये कल तक चाहिए 12 बजे तक, तो देन आई विल डू इट. मे बी मैं वो रात को जग के करूँ, कैसे भी करूँ, बट आई विल डू इट. सो दैट ऑल्सो हैपेंस कि लॉट ऑफ जेन जीज are like doing a lot more than just like focusing on one career trajectory right now.
And the organizations are okay with that. As much as I know, moonlighting is still not a good phase in our industry, but Gen Zs are overruling that. They're changing it. So a lot of people who do freelancing, it's good to them. तो आप एक product manager as a consultative approach में आप जाते हो, तो you work with one company, you work with other company, and nobody has the same problem. Yeah. Unless until they are belong to the same industry, or for that matter, they are the competitors to each other, तब शायद आप लोगों के लिए भी वो एक challenge होता होगा.
100%.
But अगर आप moonlighting कर रहे हो, or in a consultative approach, then it is okay. What if you're working for an organization? Can you still do moonlighting?
So we need to understand moonlighting as a concept. So I feel like कि अगर आप बात कर रहे हो कि if I'm working at an organization or at a corporate firm, and if I also start applying or start working for another corporate firm that's a competitor of my first firm, then that is 100% not ethical, not legal.
Correct.
So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about कि for example, if somebody is an investment banker, and investment banker by the day, मान लो, and if they're a writer by the night, or if they're like a runner by the weekend, so that is something that Gen Z is embracing, and I understand it as a concept of, you can say, जैसे हमें बचपन में नहीं बोला जाता था
but
कि
then it is not moonlighting, ना?
मतलब but still it is a career, right? So अभी ऐसा हो गया है कि when you talk about multiple careers, I'm talking about multiple careers running at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So if something is not legally or ethically wrong, then it should be doable, and it's still gaining normalcy in today's world. I'm not saying it's still normal. It is still gaining normalcy.
हाँ, तो मैं अभी I think and I probably ask you guys, you can probably write it down on the comment, but मेरे हिसाब से moonlighting is not yet a thing. I mean, unless and until, see, if I'm a product manager, I know my capabilities. I can do something for the digital SaaS product, और जैसे अभी हम थोड़ी देर पहले बात कर रहे थे, for a normal product as well. So that's my capability, that's my competency, that's how I build up myself as a career.
Yeah.
अब अगर मैं दूसरा career switch करता हूँ, that doesn't mean कि वो मेरा अब now I'm a podcaster. That's another career. But it has no relation with the other thing which I am doing. So for me, understanding that that mindset where the lack of loyalty versus or curiosity that we talk about in Gen Z, I wanted to understand from you कि how open are you discussing these with your current organization, because they see you as an employee, as somebody who's taking care of their work, being a product manager or anybody else, and then you really wanted to live your own passion as well. And then आज की जो हम लोग की डायनेमिक मार्केट है जिसमें 9 घंटे काम करो चाहे 12 घंटे काम करो, and they have been saying that we should do 17 hours a day. Doesn't matter, right? So if you really need to get certain work done, how are you guys making that mindset कि मैं ये भी follow करूं और ये भी follow करूं, and my organization should not have a problem?
So definitely I think no employee goes to their their employer and says कि हम ये भी कर रहे हैं साथ में. Like definitely when they're asked, or if you come like if you show some curiosity maybe, and if you come across, maybe for example if I'm a product manager and if I'm also a podcaster, and if somebody comes across my podcast, then they will know that I am doing this on the side, right? Unless that, they will not know. And it all comes down to the trust factor and also ऑल्सो लीगैलिटी पे, कि अगर लीगली वो चीज उस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के काम को या फिर उनका कोई भी ऐसा वर्क है जो कॉन्फिडेंशियल है, वो बाहर नहीं जा रहा है मेरे थ्रू, एंड इफ आई एम डिलीवरिंग माई रिजल्ट्स टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, then that shouldn't ideally have
Be
be a
questioned.
problem. Correct. And that is what I'm trying to explain, ki jaise ki I feel having more than a career, like more than one career, actually helps you grow and makes you more diverse. So that is what I was referring to earlier.
तो स्निग्धा, आपके पास तो आई एम श्योर कुछ तो एक ऐसा लाइव एग्जांपल होगा, because you worked in the UK,
US,
US,
yes,
and then you're kind of working here, and then forthcoming you probably be going to Bangalore.
yeah.
आपकी जिंदगी में भी तो ऐसे बड़े एग्जांपल्स होंगे जहाँ पे things were changing and you really wanted to be the change. Anything that you can tell us?
So when you're saying that change is happening around me and I wanted to be indulged in it,
Not technically you, but you also wanted to be part of that change, plus जो आपके अंदर के changes हो रहे हैं. So आपने अभी कहा ना, you also wanted to start a podcast.
yes, no, so I'm just like giving an example. For example, right now I create content on LinkedIn. That is something I do right now, right? So abhi it's not like I'm a content creator only. That is something that I like doing, and also I work as a product manager. And also something that, for example, I have always been an athlete. Like I have always played sports since childhood. So I like doing something related to fitness or health in general in a week, like 3 to 4 days I need to do something, an aggressive sport or something I need to do. So, I feel like problem wahan aati hai when people start monetizing it. So when people are doing it for interest, it's never questioned that much. But when it is done for a monetary aspect, then I think these organizations kind of pinpoint it out and then question it that this is something that you're doing apart from the current job. So, they were still doing it. But at that time,
but again, the fact is कि if you're doing something towards being athletic, आप किसी sports event में participate करते हो, that's a plus for in any organization, because Snigdha won a gold in such a marathon. So that's a plus point for her. I think what we are talking about moonlighting specifically, and I'm still trying to understand from a Gen Z perspective, but you beautifully mentioned that it's more of a concept. जहाँ पे when we say moonlighting, we are actually going to two different directions, and both those directions are not related to each other. But
Yes.
moonlighting का concept यही होता है कि आप एक ही direction में जा रहे हैं और आप उसी तरीके के दो काम कर रहे हैं.
कर रहे हो. So जैसे ऐसा हो सकता है, अब मैं मान लो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर हूँ और मैं किसी और कंपनी के लिए एज अ फ्रीलांस कंसल्टेंट काम कर रही हूँ. यू कैन से दीज आर सिमिलर काइंड्स ऑफ वर्क, बट फिर भी डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है, राइट?
Correct.
सो इस केस में डेफिनेटली एनीवन नीड्स टू चेक the legal and the ethical way out first. If it's not legal and ethical,
Which is fine.
it is not a question.
Yes.
But then apart from that, it all comes down to the fact that how okay is the organization and the people around us accepting it as a concept also.
And which is what Gen Zs are very vocal about.
Correct. So in US actually this happens. So for example, this happens a lot more as compared to India right now, because I feel like wahan par I know people who work as freelance consultants while they're doing like full-time jobs.
वहाँ तो 2-3 jobs एक दिन में किया जाती है.
चल ही रही हैं वहाँ पर तो minimum, right? So फिर I feel like I think that is something. So exactly, that also comes down to the internet exposure and being informed and being like fed so much from the internet that it is almost like Gen Z has kind of normalized these things for themselves, and now they're trying to normalize it for the crowd as well. That why is it so that it is such a big deal if I'm not doing something wrong to you and I'm doing something out of my passion or interest, maybe, right?
So Joe, I've spoken to a number of Gen Zs, and what I've realized, and something that I've learned for myself as well, one job, one identity has lost its own game. तो वो जो older generations up to millennials भी थे कि एक ही कंपनी में 17-18 साल बिता दिए, फिर रिटायर होके निकले.
Yeah.
Gen Zs are not going that way.
Yeah.
So what Gen Zs are going after is their own name and their own identity rather than a job and an identity.
Correct. That's true. I would say इसमें भी मैं वही चीज बोलना चाहूंगी. जैसे for example, I think जैसे हमारे बचपन में बोला जाता था, राइट, कि आप पढ़ाई तो करो बट आपको रोज आधा घंटा खेलने जाना है, कुछ भी करना है, आधा घंटा खेलने जाना है। अब खेलने का हमारे पढ़ाई पे क्या इम्पैक्ट? हमारा इंटेलेक्ट इंक्रीज डायरेक्टली नहीं हो रहा, हमारे मार्क्स डायरेक्टली इंक्रीज नहीं हो रहे, बट उससे हम बहुत कुछ और सीख रहे हैं। वी आर स्टेइंग फिजिकली एक्टिव, हमारा मूड इंक्रीज हो रहा है, वी आर लर्निंग टीम स्पिरिट, वी आर बिकमिंग कॉन्फिडेंट, वी नो हाउ टू हैंडल नेगोशिएशंस, we know we learn how to lose. Like in general, people as adults don't know how to lose, right? So we learn all of that just by a sport. और जैसे बचपन बोला जाता था कि खेलने जाओ, तो डायरेक्टली वो इम्पैक्ट नहीं है स्टडीज पर हमारा, बट इनडायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट है, राइट? आई सी इट एज द सेम कि अभी फॉर एग्जाम्पल व्हेन आई एम डूइंग समथिंग टू टेक्निकल और लाइक टू स्ट्रक्चर्ड और डेटा ओरिएंटेड, maybe to keep my mind active or creative, I need to do something that is more creative, that actually complements each other. Like, so I and Gen Z mostly वैसे ही देखते हैं.
नहीं, that's true. And ये होना भी चाहिए. I mean, that's what I also believe in, कि when you do one constant thing, you get a mental exhaustion. फिर आपको लगता है कि यार बस जिंदगी खत्म हो गई.
Yeah.
That's where you need that break. So it's good that you're an athlete and you go for running and you play other games and you keep yourself engaged, because you really need to be physically active to be mentally active to
Correct.
get a certain things done, which I believe. So एक चीज और, I mean, considering that we're now more getting into a product manager, into a more human impact kind of a thing, one question that I remember I wanted to ask you is that the entire life so far, जो भी 26 साल की रही, जिसमें से आई एम श्योर 4 साल आपके करियर के रहे होंगे, यू हैव डन पाइथन, यू हैव डन SQL, डैशबोर्ड, AI, और वी हैव बीन टॉकिंग लॉट अबाउट इट. हाउ Gen Zs are looking from the lens of being a techie but not leaving that human touch and impact. They're still creating something which has that human at its core. How you guys are managing that? Specifically asking you this question because you're a product manager. जब आप प्रोडक्ट बनाते हो तो आप सिर्फ क्या बोलते हैं उसको, लॉजिक्स को नहीं देखते हो, आप एल्गोस को नहीं देखते हो, यू लुक एट अदर पर्सपेक्टिव एज वेल. सो कंसिडरिंग UI UX later on, but वो keeping that data driven clarity that we say, how do you manage all those stuff? And as a product manager at this age, what are those challenges that you face to manage those?
Yeah, so उसके लिए I would say that in general, early in career, looking at data is extremely important, because by that time, we're not that experience that we can go by intuition for any product or any job, right? Intuition comes from years of experience, like learning, unlearning, and then growing, and then you can say जब तुम 10-15 साल एक फील्ड में ग्रो करते हो, that मेरे को लग रहा है ये वर्क करेगा, and then you can rely on that gut feeling also. But 2 years into the job, you can't go by your gut feeling.
So you have to learn.
Yes, you have a lot to learn, and data is very, very important, even for the user aspect you said. So I will 100% consider the users, because at the end of the day, हम users के लिए ही create कर रहे हैं, right? So that is not a question. But then बैकिंग सिर्फ डेटा से होती है, बिकॉज ना आई टेल यू कि अब बोलने को कोई कुछ भी बोलता है. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई से कभी मैं बोल सकती हूँ ऐसा, या कोई भी बंदा ऐसा बोल सकता है कि मैं हेल्दी खाती हूँ. तो अब आप कितना हेल्दी खाते हो, तो किसी के लिए हेल्दी होता है मतलब 15 आउट ऑफ 30 डेज, किसी के लिए हेल्दी होता है 25 आउट ऑफ 30 डेज. सबका हेल्दी का डेफिनेशन ही अलग है. और हेल्दी में भी क्या हेल्दी खा रहे हो, घर का या ऑर्डर इन कर रहे हो, हेल्दी क्या खा रहे हो, तो वो सब हमें डेटा ही बताता है. लाइक यू कैन से दैट आई एम डूइंग दिस, but actually it's your habits and actions and the data that actually tells कि ये क्या कर रहा है. क्योंकि बोलने के लिए we obviously defend ourselves
so
as humans.
basically the behavioral patterns, the how he is actually working things out in a regular day, plus जो data हम मोबाइल और घड़ियों पे कैप्चर करते हैं, you measure everything.
Yes. So जो भी हम ट्रैक करना चाहते हैं, we definitely interact with the users.
So do you do any kind of a research before that?
Yes.
So what kind of a research is this?
So user research होती है proper, like उसके अंदर user से बात करी जाती है, उनका माइंडसेट जाना जाता है कि और जो भी हमारा गोल है उसके अकॉर्डिंग. ऐसे नहीं कि अगर हम ऐसे बात करने लग जाएं तो फिर यूजर लाइक अपनी बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स डिस्कस करने लग जाएंगे, राइट? बट देन जैसे कि अगर मैं एक स्पेसिफिक चीज पूछ रही हूँ, मान लो अगर हमें किसी प्रोडक्ट को कैपिटलाइज करना है, अब मैं उसके अराउंड कुछ पूछना चाह रही हूँ कि जैसे हमारा कोई एडटेक प्लेटफॉर्म है और कोई कोर्स हम सेल कर रहे हैं, तो हम कुछ यूजर से बात करेंगे एंड पूछेंगे कि आपको जैसे अमाउंट ठीक लग रहा है नहीं लग रहा, या फिर जैसे कि
So ये
आपको
कुछ यूजर्स आप कहाँ से आइडेंटिफाई करते हो?
सो हमारे जितने भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे रजिस्टर करते हैं यूजर्स, तो उनका सारा डेटा होता है हमारे पास. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ वेज टू टॉक टू द यूजर्स. तो सबसे ऑर्गेनिक वे तो है कॉलिंग देम. मतलब
अच्छा.
आप उनसे कॉल करो, यू आस्क फॉर देयर टाइम, इफ दे हैव टाइम यू डिस्कस. तो नथिंग लाइक बीट्स लाइक नॉर्मल यूजर कॉल, क्योंकि उससे एक्चुअली आपको पता लगता है कि वो क्या कहना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि काफी बार यूजर भी बहुत कंफ्यूज है, वो अपना पॉइंट अच्छे से आपको बता नहीं पा रहे हैं. बट by how you talk to them आपको पता लग जाएगा कि exactly क्या है.
So the question that you're trying to figure out, you talk to them and you easily find out कि you're getting that answer. So it could be not just एक सवाल पूछा उसका जवाब आ गया.
नहीं.
But you really have to go all the way around to ask several questions to find that one particular answer.
100%. So you need to ask them, and then they will not tell it directly because they don't know it from
context.
So or they are not seeing it as a product. They are seeing. We also don't see it, right? When we wake up, we scroll through our phones. We don't look at WhatsApp as a product. We see हमें मैसेज करना है, ओपन करेंगे, मैसेज करके we leave it. But then अभी कोई पूछे कि what is it जो व्हाट्सएप में आपको खराब लगता है, तो आपके दिमाग में इंस्टेंटली नहीं आएगा, बट आप बात करोगे थोड़ी, आप कुछ ना कुछ अपने थॉट्स उससे बताओगे. सो देन द अदर पर्सन हु इज ट्राइंग टू डीकोड इट विल नो कि व्हाट इज इट दैट दिस पर्सन इज स्ट्रगलिंग विद, struggling it with so much कि maybe they're not even able to articulate it properly. So then that is something that you can do, like call करके आप discuss कर सकते हो. Then there's something called as a user feedback also, जिसके अंदर there are separate ways to do it. So sometimes you send feedback forms, जैसे हमारे पास आते हैं like a short feedback, उससे आपको डेटा के बारे में पता लगता है. Apart from that आप कभी कभार ना डिफरेंट फीचर्स या तो लॉन्च करते हो, या फिर इसे कोई कैंपेन लॉन्च करा आपने, तो आप उसके अराउंड ट्रैक्शन को वो करते हो, मेजर करते हो. करेक्ट. तो उससे पता लगता है कि क्या एक्चुअली वर्क कर रहा है या क्या नहीं कर रहा. मान लो कोई सीजन आने वाला है, कोई हॉलीडे सीजन, उस टाइम के अराउंड हमने कुछ कैंपेन लॉन्च करा या कोई फीचर लॉन्च करा, एंड मान लो इट डजंट परफॉर्म वेल, राइट. सो हमें पता लगेगा कि मे बी अब उसके बहुत सारे तरीके हो सकते हैं देखने के कि क्यों नहीं अच्छा चला. मे बी एज डेमोग्राफिक अच्छा नहीं था, या फिर ज्योग्राफिकली अच्छा नहीं था. मे बी वो जो मार्केट हम टारगेट कर रहे थे वो राइट थी ही नहीं उसके लिए, या फिर और भी चीजें हो सकती हैं उसके लिए, राइट. सो देन वी विल ट्रैक ऑल ऑफ दैट एंड बाय so that's why I said कि यूजर से बात करके you get some clarity 100%, but डेटा के बिना you can't go anywhere because user says something but most of the times उनको भी नहीं पता exactly कि उनकी क्या problem है.
But data is not always dynamically updated. So you really need to know exactly what's going behind a mind of a person who gonna be using this platform in future. So I think human empathy still remains at that
100%. Human empathy still remains and will always remain because at the end of the day, it's the people that we're solving the problems for, right? So उनके लिए we need to look at from their lens. हम ऐसे नहीं देख सकते कि वो टेक समझें या वो समझें ये प्लेटफॉर्म या कुछ भी, जैसे हम लोग भी नहीं समझते जब हम यूजर बनते हैं किसी चीज के. तो मैं अपने फोन में मैं कोई ऐप डाउनलोड करूं, मुझे नहीं पसंद आया तो मैं उसी टाइम अनइंस्टॉल कर देती हूँ, राइट. सो मैं इतना नहीं सोचती कि इतनी मेहनत लगी होगी बनने में और क्या हो रहा है. सो राइट, दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी डेफिनेटली नीड टू कीप इन माइंड बाय थिंकिंग दैट यूजर एक तो के पास इतना टाइम नहीं है कि वो और ना ही वो इतना स्ट्रक्चर करके सोच रहा है. सो यू नीड टू फ्रेम योर थॉट्स एंड structure your thoughts so that you can get right insights from out of the users.
Achha, Snigdha, I mean, I think you have such a deep knowledge in last 4 years that you've gained through, and the way you wanted to create a certain product, and of course, aage I'm sure you have a very bright future.
Thank you.
Now, considering ki I've been meeting a lot of Gen Zs over a period of time, and mind blowing. I mean, to be honest, I mean, the way they think, the way they execute, सब कुछ अलग zone में रहता है. So, thought leadership has come up, which recently I've seen a lot of Gen Zs are there. And in fact, the conversation that we started this podcast even long before we had those conversations, that you really wanted to establish yourself as Snigdha Sharma,
yes,
a thought leader in the space of product manager, which is where you wanted to start your own podcast. So how come these we already spoke about it, that the titles doesn't matter, the role doesn't matter, the impact does matter. So how do you feel or think कि यार जो मैं अब करूंगी इस thought leadership के अंदर, that would create an impact? And to do that, what are researches or what kind of things that you're collecting with जो आपको ये thoughts दे रहे हैं कि let me get into this thought leadership on being a product manager?
So
And when you answer that question, then give me some inferences where Gen Z's अलग-अलग zone से जाके सोचते, because I'm sure you have friends beyond product manager as well.
Correct. In fact, I'm the only product manager in like my friend circle. Although I have friends in tech, but like a lot of them are engineers, and then I have friends in finance, in like law. So I have friends in like different sector, and definitely, so thought leadership in general, I would say, is very much appreciated and will only appreciate in the coming future, because I feel when like you are a thought leader, and how you become a thought leader, you voice your opinions, right?
But where do you get those opinion voiced? Because again, एक बंदा जिसने 20 साल बिता दिए जिंदगी में, किताबें पढ़ी, experience लिया, and now he's going and selling out his own experience. You guys have just started the life of a career, and 4 years, 5 years, and I'm seeing people are scaling like huge. I mean, उस दिन I saw somebody from South, a बच्चा है, is a AI prodigy. So, Alpha है. I mean, imagine, where we're talking about Gen Zs, we got an Alpha. Exactly. So where are you getting these knowledge? यार इतनी information कहाँ available है? पूरे दिन क्या सिर्फ मोबाइल फोन पे रहते हो आप लोग?
ऐसा है, yes, literally. So I feel like on average किसी भी Gen Z के फोन में 4-5 apps पे वो साथ में काम कर रहे हैं. जैसे for example, they're listening to music on Spotify, they're like sending an email, they're scrolling on LinkedIn, they're also like checking, like texting a message on WhatsApp. So ये काम parallelly चल रहा है, and it's not effort for Gen Z. This is समथिंग दैट इज नॉर्मल, क्योंकि जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि अब ये चीज में ही आप ग्रो अप हो रहे हो, तो दिस इज नॉट एन एलियन कॉन्सेप्ट. जैसे अब आपने जेन अल्फा की बात करी, सो आई वुड लाइक टू मेंशन दे आर लाइक क्रेजी. दे विल डू समथिंग दैट वी कैन नॉट इवन थिंक ऑफ राइट नाउ. मतलब आई सी माई नीस एंड नेफ्यू, लाइक वो इतने छोटे हैं, एंड लाइक दे थिंक that AI and like Alexa are a part of their house. They don't know that it's like, a different concept. They're not human because they are growing with it. So AI and like these people, Gen Alpha, are growing together. It happened, like similar thing happened with us. Internet and Gen Z grew up together. So like,
which is why theoretically these terminologies have come up. And now उससे पहले nobody knows जेन अल्फा क्या है, सॉरी जेन वाई क्या है, जेन एक्स क्या है, मिलेनियल्स क्या है, किसी को नहीं पता था. एंड उसी की वजह से अब ये है, जैसे आपने ओपिनियंस की बात करी, अब इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन है, तो ओपिनियंस तो चाहे आप कह लो फोर्स्ड हैं, चाहे जनरेटेड हैं, जितनी इन्फॉर्मेशन है ब्रेन के पास, ब्रेन का एक प्राइमरी काम है टू फंक्शन. And it keeps thinking and it keeps working because it has to master its muscle, right? So it keeps doing that. So now जितना भी आपके पास information आएगा, या तो वो किसी ना किसी लाइक आप किसी भी काम में उसको लगा सकते हो, और अगर आप नहीं भी लगा रहे हो कॉन्शियसली, वो सबकॉन्शियसली भी उस इंफॉर्मेशन को कहीं ना कहीं कैटेगराइज कर रहा है, कहीं स्टोर कर रहा है, कहीं डिलीट कर रहा है. इट्स लाइक अ प्रोसेसर, लाइक अ कंप्यूटर. सो वो सब कर ही रहा है. सो ये सारे ओपिनियंस वहीं से आ रहे हैं. एंड नाउ आपने बात करी कि हाउ टू पुट इट आउट, राइट? देयर आर सो मेनी प्लेटफॉर्म्स एंड सो मेनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज एंड ऑप्शंस टू डू इट नाउ इन टुडेज लाइक इन 2026. People are, so एक तो LinkedIn की हम बात करें, LinkedIn is something that I think everybody should be on, everybody should post on, like even we connected through LinkedIn. I feel that LinkedIn is something that is a gold mine, honestly. Like that is something that people don't even know what it is capable of right now. Just for example, I feel people monetize on Instagram a lot now, right? But maybe in 2010, people did not. Even they didn't know about the app. I don't know if the app also existed. Maybe 2015 also, people were not making money through Instagram, right? But now, like every second person is doing it. I think in the coming few years, LinkedIn will be the same for that. So LinkedIn is something where genuine opinions are appreciated, either something that is in like in context to whatever thing you're posting, or even in opposition of whatever you're posting. So पहले ऐसा होता था कि कुछ negative आप वॉइस कर रहे हो तो इट वाज सीन एज नेगेटिव ओनली, बट अब ऐसा नहीं है. नाउ इट इज a mixed voice.
Yes, now it is seen कि first they were brave enough to voice it out, right? चाहे उनको भी पता है कि मैं कुछ मतलब नेगेटिव लिख रहा हूँ या मैं कुछ ऑपोजिट लिख रहा हूँ of whatever is going on, but now they're not thinking about कि like you know कि चार लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं या what like for that. So now they are posting it and that opinion is appreciated and that courage is seen. So a lot of people are getting collaborations, a lot of people are getting opportunities, a lot of people are making network through that only because we all are thinking the same thing. बस कुछ लोग हैं जो कह रहे हैं उसको ओपनली, राइट? सो वी रिलेट टू देम
और वो कुछ से बाकी इन्फ्लुएंस भी हो रहे हैं अब वही बात है. सो नेगेटिव एंड पॉजिटिव इन्फ्लुएंस की बात है, बट उसके अंदर भी इट्स लाइक अ वेरी फाइन लाइन. लुक, समटाइम्स दे बोथ गो इन एक्सट्रीम, बट ओवरऑल व्हेन यू लुक एट इट नाउ देयर इज सो मच information that if you really want to do something good and impactful, you have a lot of resources, a lot of like platforms where you can voice your opinions, where you can portray yourself as a thought leader. And so ऐसा होता है ना, when somebody is actually at a position, मान लो कोई actually एक partner है एक firm का, so when they see a person, मान लो entry level or like a junior employee working extra hard or you know doing something, so they will be able to identify that talent. They will not मतलब say कि why are you working, why are you doing 10 more things. They will see it as a positive. So anybody who is already an established leader or you know established like thinker, product thinker. It's more like, you know, somebody who knows the value of being somebody to become someone. They would always appreciate it.
100%.
And then there's always two sides of the coin. One who would always say, यार क्या कर रहा है?
क्या कर रहे हो?
और दूसरा ये कहेगा यार बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है.
Yes, because they have, I think, because they have probably been through all of that and, you know, like, they know कि यही होता है. Like, this is like the path.
So the things that you're saying, it's about, you know, work and growth overall. It doesn't matter which work we are talking about.
Yes, yes.
हम लोग जो थे वो जॉब हॉपर्स.
Yeah.
4 साल एक जगह काम किया, निकल लिए. दूसरी जगह 7 साल काम किया, निकल लिए. The only ultimate goal was to, you know, get stabilized in the job, get the regular money, income, और घर चलता रहे. You guys are boundaryless.
Okay, I would like to say that boundaryless, I mean, it is something that you can portray us as, but then, as I said, Gen Z doesn't like take something that they're not comfortable with or they don't agree with in the first place.
तो point ये है कि to complete my question, do you have an advice for both the generation?
So I would like to say like both the generations.
चलो मेरे लिए advice दो.
Yeah, आपके लिए मैं क्या advice दूँ? जैसे so I feel like जैसे कि when you were working for a company or for an organization, right? तो उस time पे like career trajectory एक चीज बहुत बड़ी होती थी उस टाइम पे. When like I think you guys were growing up probably कि career में ladder में कैसे ऊपर जाना है and you know how to like go at the top and like enter like the executive board of a company, right? I'm saying today also it is highly respected, not denying that. But I'm saying other things are also respected along with it. So it is not the only thing that people are running after. So now they have themselves like become a bit like I would not like to say backseat, but like a bit okay with that ki this is not the only race that we're running. You know, we can run 4 more races and then maybe while running those, we can figure out that is like, you know, there is something that we value more and हमारे talents के according we excel in something more.
हाँ, तो वो actually आप लोग कर सकते हो क्योंकि you are at an age at which, you know, generation Z has been considered. I think millennials तो बुढ़े हो चुके हैं. 4 तो नहीं भाग सकते हो.
Yeah. So I think I definitely think कि with age there are pros and cons that comes along, right? So अभी हमारे लिए कोई liability, कोई responsibilities नहीं है. The only responsibility we have is ourselves maybe, and then obviously responsibility comes with क्या क्या तुम्हें लेना भी है उसके साथ भी. So a lot of people are
you're very mindful of कि क्या चीज करनी है. So I think career becomes your primary objective. It doesn't matter, you know, how much money you're getting. The ultimate thing is that you're getting a satisfaction out of it.
100%. So I would not like to say कि money doesn't matter.
It does,
at the end of the day, you know, it is a tool through which you can do a lot more in today's economy. So without it, nothing can be possible. But then it is not the only thing that like now Gen Z is running after. So for example, पहले I think millennials जैसे आपने बोला job hoppers थे, so इसीलिए job hop कर रहे थे क्योंकि उन्हें better title मिले, better salary मिले, you know, and then उसके through.
क्योंकि उसमें एक और भी challenge आता था उस समय कि if I am a product manager और अब मुझे पता चल रहा है कि there's a stagnancy that I'm going to hit, I cannot switch to any other
हाँ, yeah,
work.
I have heard about this. Yeah, I have heard about this a lot actually from your generation only. Like when people tell me जब मैं I was still
तो
starting
उसका
out
भी
in my
स्टिग्मा था ना,
career.
रीजन बीइंग कि देयर वाज नॉट सो मेनी लर्निंग कर्व्स. इफ यू सी पोस्ट, आई थिंक in fact more than after COVID, I would rather say it has accelerated, but probably like 2012 or post that, there were trends of learning कोर्सेज आ गए थे कि आप डिजिटल मार्केटिंग सीख सकते हो, आप कुछ और सीख सकते हो. I mean, there were so many things. In fact, मैंने भी डिजिटल मार्केटिंग उसी दौरान सीखी थी कि यार चल अगर यहाँ नहीं हुआ तो यहाँ हो जाएगा.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then I was correlating to my previous organizations and the work that I used to do around market research. कि digital marketing may be required for my work.
Yeah.
But then I never thought कि digital marketing could be used for some other work.
Yes, exactly. So what I said, you kind of repeated it, like you know कि मैंने बोला आपने कोई चीज अगर आप इंटरेस्ट की तरीके से एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हो, मे बी लेटर यू फाइंड आउट कि दिस इज समथिंग दैट यू रियली गुड एट एंड यू कैन एक्चुअली मोनेटाइज इट, एंड मे बी जो आपको कुछ और काम करना है उसके अंदर वो स्किल ऐड हो सकती है. सो जब तक मेरे को लगता है जब तक आप 4 चीजें ट्राई नहीं करोगे तब तक पता ही नहीं लगता है. बट देन पहले ये स्टिग्मा था, लाइक इवन व्हेन आई वाज गेटिंग एडवाइस, सो लॉट ऑफ माय मेंटर्स आर फ्रॉम योर एज ग्रुप, सो लाइक दे आर ऑल मिलेनियल्स, सो दे टेल मी, उन्होंने यही बोला कि अगर आप इस जगह से स्टार्ट नहीं कर रहे या इस काइंड ऑफ लाइक फील्ड के अंदर नहीं हो तो इसमें घुसना अब इम्पॉसिबल है, या इसमें स्केल करना लाइक बहुत डिफिकल्ट है. इम्पॉसिबल तो इज नथिंग इज इम्पॉसिबल.
हाँ, एग्जैक्टली.
हाँ, तो फिर डिफिकल्ट है. तो वो उसी एक्सपीरियंस से आता है कि मतलब क्योंकि आप लोगों के साथ एक्चुअली ऐसा हुआ कि यू नो बहुत डिफिकल्ट था, और अभी भी ऐसा नहीं है कि इजी है, बट अभी ये है कि
you have courses around, so you can put time and हाँ, but then वो zeal होनी चाहिए कि यार करना है, वो consistency होनी चाहिए कि करना है.
देखो, consistency and hard work के बिना कुछ नहीं हो सकता. I feel कि वो तो है ही, like that is something that is there और वो हमेशा रहेगा. मतलब बट देन कहाँ हार्ड वर्क डाल रहे हो, कहाँ कंसिस्टेंसी डाल रहे हो, वो चीज सोचने के लिए आपको वही फिगर आउट करना है. दैट इज द मेन थिंग. और अगर फिगर आउट नहीं भी हो रखा ना अभी, तो आई फील दैट इज ओके, क्योंकि तभी आपको ज्यादा चीजें ट्राई करनी चाहिए. बिकॉज आई फील लाइक दैट इज अ वे जिसमें आप what you really need to do वो आप faster achieve कर पाते हो by doing 4 things. I will explain how. So for example, when you're doing like you know 4 things side by side, तो उस time पे ऐसा होता है कि you are doing things, you fail, you know, तुम किसी में बोर हो रहे हो, some things you're performing automatically better, but you need to give it time. ऐसा नहीं कि 1 month में करके explore होके खत्म हो गया. So as you said, you need to give it enough time, like 6 months से पहले I feel कुछ भी आप you cannot say it boldly कि this is working out or this is not working out. So 6 months is a bare minimum. Anywhere up to like 1 year, 2 year is where you actually get to know. And उसमें ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको वो चीज रोज करनी है. So you can do some things on a weekly basis, something on a monthly basis.
वो basically I think that's a testing period to see whether you have the interest or not.
Yeah, interest also, and मतलब maybe कुछ तो होता है कि आपका skill set naturally ही है उसमें, but आपको ही नहीं पता. जैसे मुझे भी बहुत चीजों में अपना skill set नहीं पता था कि है. So a lot of people always tell me that I'm really good with communication. मुझे ये पता ही नहीं था. मुझे लगता था कि मतलब
नॉर्मली तो है.
हाँ, अब क्योंकि हमारे लिए वो चीज नॉर्मल है, राइट? तो जैसे अब कुछ लोगों को होता है, आई नो लॉट ऑफ पीपल हु आर लाइक वेरी गुड लाइक यू नो डिसीजन मेकर्स, और लाइक दे आर समवन हु विल नॉट ओवरथिंक. वो हर चीज को मतलब प्रैक्टिकली प्रोज एंड कॉन्स की लिस्ट बना के दे विल टेक अ डिसीजन सो क्विक, बट उनको पता ही नहीं है कि वो इतने अच्छे मतलब डिसीजंस लेते हैं. सो आई फील लाइक अनलेस यू लाइक यू नो
evaluate yourself
and you also like push yourself to belong in that like you know room that is uncomfortable or unknown, आपको बाकी लोग ही तो बताएंगे कि आप में भी है, ये है. एंड देन जब तक आपको नहीं पता खुद, अगर आपको खुद पता है देन तो आप वहां से स्केल कर ही लोगे, पर जब तक आपको नहीं पता तब तक यू नीड टू बी अराउंड पीपल हु आर लाइक यू नो डूइंग डिफरेंट थिंग्स, एक्सप्लोरिंग डिफरेंट स्टफ. एंड ये भी चीज जेन जी ने आई थिंक आप लोगों की वजह से ही सीखी है, क्योंकि
और अब जेन जी मिलेनियल को बता रहा है एडवाइस दे रहा है.
सो यही है कि आप लोगों ने हमें बताया एक तरीके से,
और हम ही भूल गए.
हाँ,
सही बात है.
यस, सो वही चीज है कि आप लोगों ने ही हमें बताया ये सब.
Good. It's a lovely talking to you, Snigdha. There's a lot many things that we actually uncovered. I think lack of information was somewhere millennials were actually sitting on, and they found many things in a very hard way. Whereas I'm not saying you guys are not doing that. the hard part for you guys is a totally different story altogether. Because again, अगर आप 4 चीजों में अपने interest को ढूंढ के फिर एक को accelerate कर रहे हो, that's also, you know, working things out in your own way, and which is hard. इतना आसान नहीं होता. तो अब I'm gonna shoot you a quick rapid fire rounds to see what is जो एक नया Gen Z है आज का, जो एकदम तेज रहता है, वो कितनी जल्दी आंसर देता है.
Sure.
So one metric that you trust the most as a product manager.
I would say clarity. Clarity in terms of who our users are, what goal are we solving, who is it that we're solving for, what is it that we're creating. So clarity on anything and everything to start with, because a lot of like chaos happens because people are like working on different things, you know, when like it was being like, you know, discussed originally that hum ye kar rahe hain. So I think clarity is something that is the most important.
So late nights for learning or strict boundaries? वो तो नहीं होगा. I'm sure late nights for learning ही होगा, क्योंकि थोड़ी देर पहले यही बोला था ना कि हम तो दिन में का भी काम रात में कर लेते हैं, रात का काम दिन में कर लेते हैं.
नहीं, so मेरे लिए personally, I am somebody who cannot function very late at night. I wake up a bit early, but yes, I think it's like to each their own, like for that. But for me, I feel boundaryless would be something that I would pick.
So no strict boundaries.
No.
Build fast and fix later, yes or no?
Yes, 100% yes.
Millennials taught Gen Z one thing about work. What is it? If हम अगर आपको कुछ बताना चाहें तो.
If you were gone,
Millennials taught Gen Z one thing about work. हमने कुछ बताया हो. What is it? जो कि अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हम बात ही करते हैं, हमसे बहुत कुछ सीखा. तो कोई एक चीज.
I think यही कि burnout is not a sign of success.
Nice. Career ladders or career lattice?
Career lattice, for sure.
Seriously?
Yes. Why? Because as I said, it gives you diversity, it gives you an option of meeting more people, and now a lot, like more people are doing more things. So even if you meet like somebody from a different industry, or you know, like someone from a different like country altogether, or you've networking, then they have a completely different story, and like you can absorb so much from their learnings, from their journey. So then I feel like in that career or in that domain, like there's always scope. So you're always like a sort of fresher, and there's a lot like more to learn. And जैसा आपने भी बोला कि पहले career trajectory में या career ladder में यही होता था कि you were only focusing on like 2-3 things that were not like really focusing on the main impact, right? So uski wajah se I would like to say like career lattice is something that I would go for.
And what is Gen Z's strength? Speed or sensitivity?
Sensitivity, 100%.
क्यों?
क्योंकि अभी बहुत सारी चीजें हैं which Gen Z is being able to identify, is being able to you know, say openly, and also like say that they're being kind of empathetic to users, to themselves, firstly to themselves. I feel like पहले लोग अपने towards the empathetic नहीं थे, right? They were like कि हाँ ठीक है 16 घंटे तो मैं काम करना ही चाहिए, you know, काम नहीं हो रहा है तो like what are we doing?
पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे.
Correct. So people are not kind and empathetic towards them. So they are not sensitive towards them, and they don't understand what is happening. So that is something. Then being sensitive towards your work, towards your health, towards your life in general. So sensitivity is more important, and speed comes along with it. When you have that certain type of awareness, then speed comes like naturally, I feel.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of the conversation. This has been one of those conversations that reminds you of something important. Good product thinking hasn't changed, but the context about it has. So whether it is human empathy and how Gen Zs are pursuing human touch to it, it is still relevant at this age. Gen Zs isn't rejecting hard work, they are questioning why. जो कि स्निग्धा ने भी बोला, हम why के पीछे भागते हैं, and how and for whom they actually do it. Through this conversation, what stood was wasn't just Snigdha's technical depth or product maturity. हमने जिसके बारे में ज़्यादा बात भी नहीं करी. In fact, the conversation that we had around how a product's being seen from someone who has done 4 years of work within the product industry, knows how empathy, clarity, and impact and ownership and intentional growth, even at an early stage for her career, meant a lot. मूनलाइटनिंग की अगर हम बात कर रहे थे या जनरेशन कंपैरिजंस की बात कर रहे थे, वी वर रीडिफाइनिंग हाउ लॉयल्टी वर्क्स. These aren't those threats to work culture as of now. It's specifically when this upcoming generation is taking the work very seriously. They are signals that people want to grow faster, learn wider, and contribute more meaningful without waiting for decades of permission, जो कि आमतौर पे millennials के साथ होता था. But again, we are not questioning them because एक ही चीज वहां पे भी persistent थी और एक ही चीज यहाँ पे भी persistent है. वहां पे information नहीं थी, यहाँ पे abundance है. And perhaps that's the real takeaway. Every generation challenges the previous one. That's how progress has always worked upon. So if this episode made you pause, reflect, and rethink how you view young product leaders or work itself, do share it with someone who should hear this conversation. And if you're exploring these thoughtful, experience-led discussion, then don't forget to subscribe to the Collaborative Canvas on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcast. Until next time, keep asking better questions because better questions always lead to better decisions. Thank you. Thank you, Snigdha.
Thank you.